Welcome to PowerCat Live. I am here with Jessica Lowe. She is a program manager on the Power Platform product team. Jessica, tell us what you do on the product team.
Hi. I am currently a program manager on the Powerapps product team.
And how did you get that role? How'd you get into this?
So I joined Microsoft in, I would say, late 2018, and I joined directly out of my university undergrad program. So when I first joined Microsoft, I first joined the Microsoft Business Operations team. And so when I was there for about 2 years. And during my time there, myself and a couple colleagues, we identified kind of like one of the pain points that our stakeholders was experiencing. And so because of one of my colleagues' interest, she suggested like, hey, why don't we use Power Apps to solve the problems that our stakeholders were experiencing? So we kind of used that as our a starting point, and then we started exploring in Power Apps. And at that point, I didn't know anything about Power Apps at all.
So you weren't on the Power Apps team at this point. You were doing in business operations, something entirely different area of Microsoft.
Yep, completely different. Super far away from the Microsoft Power Apps team. And so we started exploring in Power Apps and using a Canvas app to build an application that helps our stakeholders use for project and portfolio management. And so we all just it all started from like something that we did for fun. We would do it, over at lunchtime, or if we had any extra time, we would, go into Power Apps and play with it. And then eventually we were able to get a few of our other colleagues to support and to join our team. And then eventually we built a big enough team to go to our annual hackathon event at Microsoft. We actually eventually had 60-something people on our team. And so it was a huge group of us. Yeah, and we were all just building features on the Power Apps platform. And then we were able to build these features and bring them together that it solves most of their problems. And we ended up winning the hackathon, actually. And so
wow.
Yeah, it was super, super exciting. And so after we won the hackathon, we got a lot of momentum and support from our leadership. And that's kind of how I got my foot in the door with Power Apps. And I kind of fell in love with the platform and building apps and being a citizen developer. And so my role kind of changed from a business analyst role to a full-time citizen developer. And from there, it just kind of how I continue to be involved with Power Apps platform. And then eventually I moved on to the Power Apps team as a PM.
That's an amazing progression. So I think a lot of people, and I know from the questions I get from my family, at least for tech support, a lot of people think that everyone at Microsoft knows everything about all things Microsoft, right? But you didn't. You and your teammates, you picked up Power Apps how? Like just like anyone else would? How did you learn it?
Yeah, so it was a self-exploration time for a long time. And then eventually, I gotten to the point where I was like, oh my God, I don't know how to figure this out on my own. And then so I looked it up, and there's a lot of resources, and I basically just watched all of Shane Young's videos on YouTube.
Of course, yeah, we all do.
And he taught me every trick that I know in my back pocket. And so I learned a lot of my Power Apps knowledge from him and his videos, and also just like the Power Apps documentation as well. And also from just trial and error, a lot of trial and error, and just playing around, sharing knowledge with like people on the team as well. Because there was a group of citizen developers at that time.
Yeah, I think that's an important part too, because I mean, this is a new and rapidly evolving technology. So everybody's learning it, even those that have been doing it for a while. So you transitioned from that into a role on the Power Platform product team. So what feature did you own there?
So I own the set of geospatial features on the Power Apps canvas. And so geospatial features includes the address input control and the interactive map.
Okay, and show us what that means. How would someone use that?
Yeah, so this is kind of a quick app that I built. So right here, you could see that this is a address input control. You can find this address input control through the insert ribbon on the top, and then it's under input. and it's the last one here with the diamond. And so this is the address input control, and as soon as you click the insert and the address input control, it just pops up. There's no, like setting up that's needed. You don't need to link it to Azure Maps or anything.
Wow. Okay.
And then on here, and on here, this is the map control. They could be used in conjunction together, and the map control could be found under media and map right here. So to show you a little bit of what that means and what that looks like in practice is that I can type in an address and I get a list of results, and I pick the one that I want and I click enter. And as soon as I click enter, since I connected the address input and the map component together, it adds a pin to the map to the address that I typed in here. So basically what's happening is that when I clicked enter, it added this address into a collection, and the
Hmm.
collection is binded to the map.
Just like that. Wow. Okay. That's pretty
Um,
simple.
yeah, and so you can continue to add, 10, 20 to 500 addresses if you want to using this, or you can pre-bind a bunch of addresses to your map component already. So you can do it via SharePoint or an Excel. And so on this page, I am showing a set of addresses that are already connected to the
Mm.
map control. And so you can see that not all pins are showed up as pins, and it's because we also added the capability to customize the pins. So you can customize it via or changing the colors, or you can change the actual pin icon.
What's the
And
data
so
source for these addresses?
right here, I'm using just an Excel, like a static
Hmm.
Excel,
Okay.
but you can also
Yeah.
use
Pretty much
SharePoint or
anything then.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this is a random list that I pulled from Redfin, just like a list of homes that are on sale, or just,
Someone's
yeah,
house
at
shopping.
the
Okay.
time. This
Yeah.
was like 3 months ago. So it's not like current data. It's not super fresh.
So I
But
don't think anyone's watching this for house recommendations.
I hope not. This is not the best video for that. But another feature from the map component is that by clicking on each pin, you're able to show the columns that are associated with that pin. So you can see that this house has 4 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and is located in the University District and is $950,000. And then the use cases for the pin colors and pin icons is that they can visually show you the data without clicking on it. So
Makes
the
sense.
yellow could mean these houses are older than 30 years.
Hmm.
Green means they're new construction. They're just kind of like simple visual cues that
Hmm.
citizen developers can use to kind of show their users at a quick glance what these pins mean and
Some more
what the
details.
associated
Yeah.
data with it. Correct, yeah. And another new feature that is in preview currently is the drawing shapes on the map feature.
Oh, neat.
What you're looking at here is a preset of GeoJSON data that's already pre-binded to the map. So similar to the one that you just saw with the pins, these are in shapes. So you
And
can see that
GeoJSON
this
is
is,
just a standard for defining these map shapes.
yep. So defining like a shape on the map, so like a region
Okay.
on the map.
Yeah. Right
And
on.
so, yeah, and here you can see like this is Ballard, this is the Northwest, this is Magnolia, Queen Anne. And so you are able to, by clicking on them, it outputs the area, and this is in square feet, and perimeter that's in
Wow.
feet. Yeah. And so I've also exposed the controls here. So you can also enable the drawing tool. So what that looks like is that once you enable it, you get these 3 cute buttons on the top left. The very left one is like you can draw like a free form shape, and then you can draw a square or a circle. And then this one, by enabling it, you are able to edit the labels for the shapes or delete the shapes. So
Wow. Okay.
what it looks like in practice is that I can say, okay, I want to draw a circle around here, just a random circle.
That's an important one.
um, I'm able to get my area and perimeter from the circle that I just drew. I can also draw a square, or I can draw a free form shape. So let's see how good or bad my
Wow.
shape
Look at
will look.
that. Look at that.
Oh, ooh, this is perfect, just like that. and I'm able to show the area and the perimeter with the shapes that I just drew.
How have you seen customers use this?
Yeah, so a lot of customers have been using the map feature and the address input feature for
Mhm.
a lot of different reasons. One of our most popular use case is actually with COVID management.
That
It's
makes
with
sense.
quarantine management, actually. So
Mhm.
they're using the address input to monitor those who are supposed to be in quarantine or do like daily checkups. And so the address input comes in really handy because when they're filling out a form or when they're filling out, doing their daily routine, their daily tasks. They just type in the first three numbers of the house numbers, and then there will be a set of addresses that pop up based on their location or based on their past search history. So it kind of allows them to do their job quicker and more accurately because you don't have to type in the full address and there's more room for error.
Yeah, that's a great example too. And that's an app that you need to build quickly that you couldn't have seen coming. So it's a great use case. So if people want to learn more about this, where do they go to get started?
Yeah, so recently, actually, the geospatial features just recently went generally available. So they are
That's great.
now available across globally. There's a blog post that's been published on the GA, and then also you can find more information about the geospatial features. Either it's the pins, the address input, or drawing shapes on the map. You can find all of that under Microsoft Docs in the geospatial features section under Power Apps.
And we'll put the links down below. I think these are amazing features. They're so easy to implement and they provide a lot of capability just by dropping them on the screen. Thank you for taking the time to show them to us and build them from your path from being a citizen developer and building apps to actually building on the product. I think it's amazing. So thanks, Jessica.
Yeah, thank you.